Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to AEW Double or Nothing review. So I want to get some things off the bat first. Case in point, this show is going to be with a full capacity crowd at Daly's Place, I believe. Not exactly a good decision, but it's what it is. If they feel comfortable doing it, then that's fair enough. You know, who am I to say different? But it is a bit scary, to be honest, guys. Also, we have the buy-in, which is going to be Serena Deeb versus Io for the NWA Women's Championship. So look forward to that match. That is a good matchup. And as well, we've got a load of matches on the card. We've got the Casino Battle Royale, we've got the World Title match, we've got Handman Adam Page versus Brian Cage. I want to talk about something though, guys. I enjoy watching wrestling. I really do. But I want it to make sense. I understand that Orange Cassidy's in this match because he is 8-0 at the time. I get that. But I don't believe he's winning the title tonight. It's going to be a retention for Kenny. I'm sorry, but that's what it is. That's my personal opinion on the matter. I just don't believe that, that he can win. I really don't. And I hate to say that because I enjoy Orange Cassidy. I think Orange Cassidy is great. But when I look at this card, there are a few that do stand out, and there are a few that are like, okay, this is a foregone conclusion. The whole situation with Britt Baker versus Rikaru Shida. Britt needs to win. Look, I've enjoyed Shida's title reign, but we need some new blood in the title picture, and Britt Baker's that. The Young Bucks versus Kenny Omega and Eddie Kinston for the tag team titles. I really want Eddie Kinston and John Moxley to win the belts because I think that's a foregone conclusion. And world title? That's a foregone conclusion. Kenny's retaining. I believe Pac could be a title contender, but Orange Cassidy? No. I'm sorry. I just don't believe Orange Cassidy. And we've got the Casino Battle Royale. Who's going to win this? I don't know. We've got Anthony Ogogo versus Cody Rhodes. No idea who's going to win that one. I hope it's going to be Anthony Ogogo because it's, it makes sense. And then we get to the other reason. Stadium Stampede. I still think this is way too soon. I still think Stadium Stampede is too soon for this feud. Because it's a lose-lose situation in my eyes. You either have Pinnacle win and break up a team that's been there since day one, or you have the Inner Circle win and destroy any momentum that the Pinnacle could have. It's a tough situation, but it's one of those things, guys. They want to get a full capacity crowd in, and so far it does look like it's full. There are a few empty seats, but we'll see. But let's get to our match. It's Serena Deeb versus Io for the NWA Women's title. Let's watch it. So we just had Serena Deeb versus Io, for the NWA Women's Championship. Entertaining matchup. This went a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought it would go about 10 minutes or so, but it actually went about 20 or so, went about 15. This was a good match. It was very entertaining, very well paced, high obtained, and Serena Deeb gets the win and retains the NWA Women's Championship. I think it'd be a bit weird if they had both the NWA Women's and the AEW Women's Championship on both shows, but they do have it, and what I mean by that is having both champions on the show, of AEW show. But you know what? It's actually very entertaining, very well paced again, and yeah, it was a damn fun matchup. We're having some fan access stuff, but yeah, so far, yeah, entertained by the match. So tiny bit botchy, but Bob, again, it's something like that. It can't be helped. You can't be perfect all the time in the ring. But, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to get to our main show, which is going to be Double or Nothing. Let's do this, shall we? Bet we shall. So I will admit, ladies and gentlemen, it is nice to hear the crowd cheering for Jim Ross. It is nice. It's one of those things that I will admit. Does Jim Ross mess up a couple times? Yeah, but to be honest, they all do. They're not perfect. But hearing Jim Ross commentate on wrestling again, I will hold my hands up and admit, I thought it was something that I would never have expected to see in my lifetime. I thought he would only be in WWE. But it is so nice to hear him talk again. And I can't have to admit, even though Taz gets on my fucking nerves, I enjoy hearing Taz talk as well, especially on the mic. And on the commentary, I enjoy it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be kicking things off with Brian Cage versus Hangman Adam Page in our opening contest. This is going to be a fun show. Let's get to our first match of the night. So, we just had Adam Page versus Brian Cage in the opening contest, and I have got to admit, this was a fun opener. These two went hell for leather against each other, and I was entertained. It helped with the crowd. The crowd were hot for this match. They cheered when Brian Cage threw the belt back at Ricky Starks for getting involved. This was a fun matchup, I have to admit. Page gets the win with the buckshot lariat, and it was entertaining. It was a fun matchup. I feel like Brian Cage needs to turn face now, because he doesn't really need Team Taz anymore, to be honest with you. So that's my opinion on it. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's carry on watching the show. And I have to be honest, first matchup and the pre-show match were both fucking brilliant. Let's carry on watching the show. So we just had the Young Bucks versus Moxley and Kinston in the tag team title match. This was damn good, especially the ending. 4 BTE triggers to Moxley to end it. They basically just showed that Moxley and Kinston were just badass motherfuckers who could take a beating and just keep on licking. A bit of a miscommunication between the Bucks on who gets the pin, but this was a great matchup. Bit of a brawl to begin the match itself before the bell rings. The Good Brothers tried to come out to distract Moxley and Kinston, but Frankie comes out to attack Carl Anderson, furthering that storyline with the STU, so that's actually quite good. But if I'm honest, I do feel like that Moxley and Kinston should have won this match and became new tag team champions. I mean, who do you have beating the Young Bucks for the belts? It's one of those things. We'll see going down the line. Will we see any title changes on the coming out tonight? I don't know. Maybe the women's belt. That's probably going to be it. Maybe, we don't know. We'll see. But ladies and gentlemen, 3 very good matches so far. Let's carry on with our next match. So we just had the Casino Battle Royal. I'm not going to lie, guys, I had a lot of technical issues during this match, so I'm all over the place. But I did see that the 21st entrant was Lio Rush. A great way to debut a match, I thought. Very entertaining as the 21st entrant in this match. Gets eliminated by Matt Hardy, unfortunately, in the private party. But have to say, from the bits I saw, it was a very entertaining battle royal. Ended up being Christian and Jungle Boy in the final 2. I feel like if Christian did win this, he would have gotten booed, and they want him to be a face, obviously. But Jungle Boy wins. He gets to face the winner of the world title match coming up soon, and Jurassic Express come out to celebrate with him. And obviously Christian's going to shake Jungle Boy's hand at the end. But again, from what I saw, it was a great matchup, very entertaining, and again, the crowd were hyped for this, so we'll see what our next matchup is, guys, and hopefully no more technical issues. So we just had Anthony Ogogo versus Cody Rhodes before the match. AEW paid tribute to the veterans. It is Memorial Weekend over there in the US, so happy Memorial Day. Yeah, surprising. This was a really good match. Ogogo looked very, very good, entertaining. Sold very well, got the crowd riled up with all of it, and yeah, it was a good matchup. entertaining. Cody wins with the verdict breaker. I don't understand why Cody won this match. I kind of don't. I would have liked to have seen a Go-Go win, but at the same time, it's a good match at the end of the day. It was entertaining. It did the job. I don't know if the Go-Go's legitimately hurt or not, or if this is just a way to do it, whatever. But it was a good matchup, and I was very entertained by it. So yeah, so far, yeah, been putting on great matches. Let's carry on with them, shall we? So we just had Merlin versus Lance Archer for the TNT title, and I have to admit, I kind of want to see a best of 7 series between these two, or a best of 5 series, because this was really bloody good. Jake comes out with the snake. It's not. It was heavy enough to look like a snake. Meryl just starts shaking it about and throws it, throws it up the aisle. So obviously it is not a snake. It's not animal cruelty. Also, happy birthday, Jake the Snake. It's his 56th birthday today, so happy birthday to Jake the Snake. But yeah, this was a really good matchup. Mero is looking like a monster, and now luckily I think Tony Khan did the right idea. They had to rebuild him and repackage him, and giving him the best man gimmick and doing this, it's worked. Giving him the TNT title, perfect. Lance Archer looked bloody brilliant. I only seen Lance Archer's work in WWE, not NJPW, but he has come on leaps and bounds since WWE, and I think that is due to NJPW, the way he was taught in NJPW and taught a little bit of more how to wrestle. So yeah, entertaining. We've also got All Out coming out in Chicago, Illinois in a few months' time, so looking forward to that, ladies and gentlemen, in front of an actual Chicago crowd. But yeah, again, so far, I don't think there's been a bad match. I mean, the Battle Royal I didn't see much of, but there were some very good wrestlers in there. I will have to try and rewatch that if I can. But so far, yeah, it's been a great show. So we'll see what's next, and hopefully it'll be a good matchup. Let's do this. So we just had Britt Baker versus Shida for the AEW Women's Championship, and I have to admit, this was a good match. If it was a little sloppy as well, I have to admit that one. I can't help but admit it was sloppy. They managed to hide the sloppiness just enough, but I did pick up a couple of little slips, especially when Shida and Britt Baker were on the top rope and they Shida nearly dropped Baker. Just a couple of moves missing, but at the same time, it was well done. I have to admit, I will say I have not been the biggest fan of Britt Baker as a heel, but I will say now, congratulations on being the AEW Women's Champion. Well bloody deserved, and she has thrived in this role as a heel character. I'll hold my hands up. I did not expect this to be a good run, but it has been entertaining for the fans who have enjoyed it. Me personally, not so much, but I will admit that she has been bloody brilliant in the role. Congratulations. And Tony even gives her a hug. Oh, that's really nice. That's really awesome, actually. Just giving her a hug of congratulations. That's really cool. They are friends in real life, so that's actually really nice to see. Amazingly, Tony didn't actually play Devil's Advocate. He did, he called the match down the middle, which is cool of him. I thought he would be in Britt Baker's side a bit more. We've got the 3 men. Kenny Omega is basically just fucking around. Pax doing push-ups, and Orange Cassidy's just in a chair being like, yeah, fuck this shit. So, I don't know what our next match is going to be, but let's find out, shall we? So, we just had Sting and Darby Allin versus Ethan Page and Scorpio Sky. This was a great tag team match, actually. The history between all 4 men, this was hard hitting. Sting getting a "you still got a chance." At least have a main match, a singles one-on-one match, and then you can say he still got it. But this worked well. Ethan Page threw Darby Allin into Darby's brothers. That from the ring, that was incredibly amazing. But this was a good match. I will admit, it was a fun match. Scorpion Death Drop gets the win for Sting and Darby Allin. feel like even Paige and Scorpio Sky should have won this match, to be honest with you guys. But hey ho, stuff like that happens. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is the triple threat match for the AEW World Championship, meaning Stadium Stampede 2 is going to be our main event. So let's have Kenny Omega versus Orange Cassidy versus the Bastard Pack. So we just had the triple threat main event match, and this was a good triple threat, I will admit. It was a fun, entertaining triple threat match, but Orange Cassidy eats the pin against Omega with a roll-up. Okay, fair enough, but four belt shots, and that's it, you know, on Pac's out of it, and then literally Orange Punch, 1, 2, roll, crucifix pin, 1, 2, 3. It was a great match, don't get me wrong, it was a really fun matchup. Possibly one of my favourite Kenny Omega matches in AEW for his title reign, but it didn't need that finish, but hey ho. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen, we've got something going on in the ring, let's do this. So the big announcement is for AEW Rampage, and for working backstage, it's Mark Henry. Okay, why? Okay, fair enough, I mean it's a new person, so alright, fair enough. And then we've got some matches announced for Friday, and ladies and gentlemen, it's time for Stadium Stampede 2, Pinnacle, Inner Circle, and the Pinnacle are coming into the arena now, so let's watch this. I will try my best to call the action, but if I don't, I do apologise, but it's going to be fun. So, let's do this. So we just had the Pinnacle versus the Inner Circle in Stadium Stampede 2, and it is currently 5 o'clock in the morning, guys. I am shattered, but what a main event, ladies and gentlemen. This was a fun, entertaining matchup. They all paired off into their feuds. Hager with Warlord, Pride and Powerful with FTR, Sammy Guevara with Shawn Spears. This worked. This was a great match. Yeah, there were a few little hiccups with the TV, you know, with the cameras, but you know what? It worked. Sammy getting the win with the 630 makes more sense because Sammy was the one who left originally and came back to show that MJF was the wrong bastard that we know he is. And this was an entertaining match. It was just brilliant. A reference to the Jaguars. We even had Conan show up. Fuck yeah, I love Conan. And this was just a fun show. It was a great show, ladies and gentlemen. I think Double or Nothing as the first show back was brilliant. It was a great show. Hands down, my favourite show of the year so far for any wrestling promotion. I will admit that. So, ladies and gentlemen, that is it. It is over. Double or Nothing is out of sight, out of mind. We have got All Out in September, then we have Full Gear in, I think, August. It's either August or September, I'm not entirely sure which one. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. I will see you next week for the AEW Dynamite review and the CWS. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching, and I will see you this Friday. TTFN, guys. Ta-ta for now.